child arrived the other day in the usual way. But there was planes to catch, bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. And then it said I was really nice talking to you. I'm gonna be like you. No, I'm gonna be like you. And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. We'll get together then. Now we have Rockin' at the River. Rockin'! There's good rockin' at midnight. And Rockin' in the River. Trump headed to Brussels for a bilateral breakfast meeting with Jan Solo. And little talks about Germany and Russia and NATO. Okay. Don't want to hang too long on that subject there. And the Capital District. Listen to Paul Vandenberg. All the latest of the Capital District news. Actually, he's right here. Yes. No, we're just kidding. I wonder if he ever did listen to when I was doing those videos. I doubt it. I doubt it. Could you imagine, like, you know, I mean, someone as prestigious as that. I mean, in this area. I hands down, I think he's good. I wish I had more time. But there never seems to be enough time. You know? People are busy. People do their routines. Everybody's got dreams. You know? I know I often said, like, oh, I put so much into this. I did this. I did that. A lot of people are saying, well, what do you want from us? You know? What do you want from us? It's your right. It's your life. You know? This is what you like to do. This is what you like to do. You know, but don't complain about it. Don't ask, like, you know, where's mine? You know, where's my big reward? Anyway, Seinfeld said something about, like, tolerance and intolerance with the college. Yesterday, I put up a Alan Dershowitz. I knew I was going to screw up that last name. Alan Dershowitz. All right, Dershowitz. It was on The View. I thought it was very interesting. Fact of the matter is, you know, I sometimes listen to Michael Savage. Michael Savage, he started off his show yesterday. He's like, I'm able to listen to it in the morning. I say, I put that on so the computer doesn't, like, you know, like, go black. I mean, it just runs if you know, if you leave it on a video. So when I come in, the computer is on. I went through that before. Okay. But he opened up his show. He's like, I never heard of this Kavanaugh. Never heard of him. But now I do. And yesterday here, I think I said something about the Supreme Court. Yeah, we have something from the 4th of July. Oh no, this ain't 4th of July. It's a pop-up thing. America. So we heard something there. I got something in my hand here. It's just, I'm easily, right, my attention span can easily just go from one thing to another really quickly. And, okay, so he opened up his show. Oh, I said that. He's like, never heard of this guy and everything like that. So I'm trying to remember all this, trying to remember all the news, stuff like that. And, you know, they had signs already made up. And, of course, what I did a little skit there. There was someone, like, walking by. This girl, I see her in the city a lot. And she's, like, just staring at my car and stuff. And I, you know, I told my audience yesterday, I kind of lost it. You know, it's just something. I mean, I'm very tolerant. Oh, I know, it was tolerant and intolerant. Okay, so Seinfeld, he's saying, oh, the colleges. Oh, yes, and I put up something with Alan Dershowitz. He's talking about, and I remember something from like about a month ago. It was like the top colleges, the top prestigious colleges. And try to fathom this. Try to like, just what I'm about to say. Just like, at least think about it. I mean, there's no conservative professors. Think about it. Just think about it. Relax. Got my coffee over there. There's no conservative professors. So Seinfeld, Jerry, he's talking, and of course it's true on the campuses. We've seen so many things. I mean, doing this show all this time, we see so many incidents we talked about, and this whole thing, like with tolerance, and we know how passionate the left is about these certain things. First of all, no one's saying that they're going to abolish anything or get rid of anything. It's not even on the table. It's not even a thought. And I did say yesterday, I said, it's just their job, and I stand by that. It's their job to interpret, is it constitutional or is it unconstitutional? That's all. We're making it all too complicated. And that's all they're going to do. I mean, every time, when Obama, with Schumer back, I think it was, I don't know when it was, maybe 2014. Guessing, could be wrong. But when Obama had a Supreme Court pick, and he warned the Republicans, he's like, don't ask them any questions about any kind of cases. But what are they doing now? They're like, when this guy sits down, we're going to ask him. We're going to get to know how he's going to, which is fine. But I'm just saying, tolerable and intolerance to a point. I mean, that's what it's just going back and forth like this. Using this kind of thing. I have my little coffee here. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. It's like when we have this nominee, push him through. Don't ask any questions about how he's going to rule or anything like that. When the ball is on their side, when they're on offense, it's a different story. It's a different story. And where have we come? Like, this Dershowitz guy, pretty intelligent about civil liberties. I put something up there yesterday about civil liberties. Eventually, like the what's this thing? I don't know what it is. But it's the big thing. I do ACLU, I believe, and it's supposed to protect civil liberties, regardless. And that was his case with his book. He was kind of critical of him. He was, of this organization. And then a lot of people, shoved him. It's the right word. I forget all these words because they're not in my vocabulary anymore. Shunned him. Shunned. Martha Vineyard. Everything just seems connected. I was feeling it, from doing this show. Just feeling like karma, or whatever, what goes around comes around. It's just this thing. That's why. So it's wise to just be conscious of everything that you said. How you were yesterday, or the year before, or 2 years, 3 years, or how you want to be in the future and stuff like that. Do you want to get along? Do you want all these things? Yes, we know it's passionate. Bernie comes out, he's yelling. He's like, those capitalists up there, they want to make money, they want to do this, they want to do that. and they want to take away the women's rights. It's just women's right to choose. And we're all here for the health care and this and that, and they're all coming out, they all sound the same. You know. But what did they do? They had it there. Health care, yes. Didn't go too well. Didn't go too well. And they're gonna say, oh, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna take away this, they're gonna take away that. Little by little, you're gonna be pushed into a corner. You ain't gonna be able to survive. I mean, the kids. I mean, from my understanding, it's like they want to find out who the parents are before they release them. That's all. And yes, it is. You can come here and file for asylum, or like say I want asylum. You go to the ports. I mean, the thing is just backed up. It's backed up. That's all he's saying. I mean, would you just release kids if you didn't know? They have no idea. They have no paperwork. They have no nothing. But he was enforcing laws. He was enforcing some laws. A lot of people seem to agree with like, we need immigration reform. But when are we going to do it? We also need NATO reform. Well, when are we going to do it? 10 years from now? 30 years from now? We're going to start doing it today? We're going to say, hey, we're protecting you, we're protecting this, we're protecting that. My mother was telling me there was an incident somewhere around the Capital District. She was watching the news. I'm just walking by. We had the breaded shrimp with little mashed potatoes, corn on the cob. She's like, there was an incident with an officer or something. Somebody had a shirt on, something to do with Puerto Rico, and somebody said something, you can't wear that or something like that. And I guess the girl called the cops. The cops came. The cop didn't do anything to the person who said something about with the shirt. But then she called for backup and everything. Then they came. Then they put the officer on a desk job. And I believe they arrested the guy. From what I gather, from what she was telling me. I don't know how this is relating into everything I just said here, from the start of it, from the cats and the cradles. He went to college. I'm in college. Everything went by quick. He's back. Father calls him up. How you doing? Well, my son's got the flu. It was really nice talking to you. We have resistance and obstruction to get to here.